Good Lord, that's a lot of Jesus Christ, that's a lot of blood. Is Kusan City of Wolves the next Hotline Miami? Well, I'm here to find out. I'm Foxy Steve, and I've played the demo for Kusan City of Wolves, and I'm going to give my impressions of what I have played so far. Of course, if you like what you see here, you can also check out the game for yourself. There's a demo on Steam available, and you can check out my unedited gameplay on Foxy Steve VODs. And I'm also live streaming demos all the time on twitch.tv/Foxy Steve as well. And without further ado, let's jump into it. Kusan City of Wolves is a top-down shooter developed by Circle from Dot and published by P-Cube. This is set to drop on July 30th, and it is a Hotline Miami-like game, so you get that great top-down style, much like Hotline Miami or Tokyo Massacre, those kinds of games. A few takeaways from me from what I played of the demo is this game is gorgeous. It is extremely well animated. The cutscenes that are in this game have such nuance to them, given all the different ways they are able to convey emotion and movement just from a top-down pixel art style. I think it really pushes that kind of Hotline presentation forward. My biggest thing about this game is how can it take a game like Hotline Miami and move it forward and not just be a copycat. And I think this game really does have it carves its own niche, basically, of what it can do. And I think the visuals are a very key part of that. In addition to the animations, you have a beautiful comic book style presentation for the story. For cutscenes that appear, you have these panels that show up just like a comic book with beautifully drawn, in my opinion, characters with their dialogue in the little comic book bubbles. I do wish that it had voice acting, but I know with a game of this scope and budget, that's a hard thing to do, so I'm not going to ding it that hard on it. In terms of gameplay, I feel that does a pretty good spin on the Hotline Miami style, offering you different abilities, special abilities, being able to do things like punch through walls. This game does feature destructible environments, which I believe really kind of add more options for level exploration, as well as different ways you want to attack enemies. Because when you punch through a wall or a door, those things go flying towards the enemies, taking them out. I think that's a really cool addition to this kind of game. Really adds more to it. In addition to that, you do have gunplay. My biggest gripe with like Hotline Miami 2 was that there was too much gunplay. This game does a great job of merging melee with gunplay and balancing it, because the gunplay also has ammo management. You don't have infinite bullets with these guns, and you have to really think about how you want to use them. How do you want to distract enemies? You can shoot enemies once to wound them, and then again to finish the job if you want to. So it's a great way of like spending. How do you manage your ammo, basically? In addition to your other abilities like throwing knives and using the environment to your advantage. Really loved it. I also found that it does have that challenging difficulty. It's pretty tough, but not overly tough. Nothing ever felt unfair. Once I were able to do more of the levels, I was able to really get through them pretty quickly. So nothing was overly frustrating. The boss fight from the demo was pretty satisfying as well. And just to top it all off, this game has an amazing soundtrack. I love the vibes that it sets right off the bat. It's very unique to it and doesn't try to ape something like Hotline Miami. I think with all those things together, this game really does carve its own niche, its own kind of vibe and style that adds to this genre, and I think moves it forward as well. So that's just my opinion of Kusan City of Wolves. Again, this game does drop July 30th, so you can pick it up then, or wishlist it. It's very huge to wishlist games for indie devs. And check out the demo for yourself. I, of course, have been Foxy Steve, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.